Hello, my atheists and theist friends. It's life story time. So my mom puts this in my hand. This translation. I don't think it was this one. This one's my mom's. It's full of cognitive dissonance. If you read the unhighlighted verses, you'll find the evil. She puts it in my hand. And my whole intention is to read it and then pick out all the points that I find that make it not from Yahweh. Now, whoever wrote this shit, because apparently Muhammad can't write, but it's not in the Koran. It's in some hadith that somebody's aunt's cousin's nephew said that they saw the prophet blah blah blah, or you know, the fifth cousin of this person's wife's sister heard that somebody saw that Muhammad couldn't read or whatever. That's how the whole fucking hadith is. Somebody said that somebody saw that Muhammad was jacking off or something. I mean, that's how the whole fucking hadiths are. It's just ridiculous nonsense. And it's all written decades or hundreds of years after he's dead. It's so obviously nonsense. It just so is. But whoever wrote this shit, which I think Muhammad did, I don't fucking know. Maybe he never existed either, but he's pretty well documented, so he probably does exist, unlike Jesus. Did a really good job at making it very Old Testament-ish. If Yahweh did exist, first of all, we'd all be fucked. And second of all, you definitely would have wrote this. But it's obviously man-made, just like the Bible. But damn, man, that same douchebag is in here. And he acts just like he acts in the Old Testament. Slavery. You're allowed to do that. Treat women like shit. Allowed to do that. Torture, stone, cut people's hands and feet off. All that shit. But also wonderful descriptions of heaven. Paradise. It's paradise, not heaven. So it's like a planet with rivers of wine. Which Muslims aren't allowed to drink, so why is there rivers of wine? I don't fucking know. Rivers of wine, eternal happiness, you know, mansions and all that. I think there's mansions. I don't remember. I've been focusing on the hell lately. Oh man, the hell in the Quran. Holy shit, dude. Hell is horrible in the Quran. It's obviously so that to scare people, so they did whatever fucking Muhammad wanted them to. Because the worst thing you can do in the Quran is like downright the worst thing you can do in the Quran is disbelief. Wonder why disbelief is such a bad thing. Something tells me it might have something to do with controlling people. Be nice if you're allowed to kill anyone you want and torture and scare them with torture for eternity if they don't listen to what the fuck you want them to do. Muhammad's a fucking asshole. He just go around. This is the history. This isn't like hadiths or Quran, but he'd go around and he'd take over entire cities, give them 3 days or 36 hours or something like that to convert to Islam, or he'd kill them and take their children, girls, kill all the boys, take all the virgins, and completely decimate the city, rape and pillage the whole fucking thing, and then move on to another city. He was a great, infamous military leader. He spread Islam by force. So fuck him. Spouting that he's talking to the angel Gabriel. writing this Koran shit or having somebody else write it or what the fuck ever. Technicalities. So he's a douchebag. He's like one of the most evil people in all of history. And everybody just wants to suck his cock. All the fucking Muslims can't even say his name right without saying praise be unto him. Fuck him. Fuck Muhammad. He's a dick. But I believe the shit. I mean, I wanted a hope too for an afterlife, man. Paradise seems better than heaven, as far as I'm concerned. You can go scuba diving and have dogs and be on Earth. I love Earth. I wonder why. Maybe it's because biologically engineered by evolution to live here. So maybe that's why it's my favorite fucking place in the whole world. But so we go to the, I think it's called a masjid. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. So from now on, I'm just gonna call it mosque because apparently there's criteria to call yourself a mosque. You have to be in certain countries, I think. Or maybe it's just Saudi Arabia, I'm not sure. But you can't call your temple a mosque unless it's in a specific country or countries. So they call it, I believe it's pronounced masjid. But even me and my mom, we called it a mosque. We didn't give a shit. But so we go to our first mosque. Now what happened was, after I read a few, like 70 pages or so, I go downstairs and I'm like, holy shit, this is from Yahweh. And she's like, I told you. And I was like, we discussed it, and she told me to read the second half because she was almost done with the first half. So I do. All in one evening. Because this thing's really easy to read. I don't know if you can tell. Really big typeset compared to the Bible. And only a few hundred pages long. It's way shorter than even a Harry Potter novel. Except for the first one. The first one was pretty short. But, yeah, let's see here. Like, less than 400 pages. 372 pages. With, like, I don't know, 12 or 16 size font. So, pretty easy to read. So I read the second half. Mom reads the first half. And the next day, or next Friday, whenever Friday was, I don't know what day I read it, we go to a mosque, because that's the Muslim holy day. Friday for Muslims, Saturday for Jews, Sunday for Christians. Because, I don't know, to be different, I guess. So that's where I'll leave you. I'm going to a mosque. Masjid. What the fuck ever it's called. And as always, don't think like me. Just think.